Welcome to the Daily Sun News Show. Here's some of the news making headlines in your hometown. Area schools struggle with teacher shortages. Plus, a swimming challenge makes a splash in this community. School districts across the state are struggling to combat teacher shortages. In Sumter County, the student population grew by more than 350 students from last year to this school year, according to Assistant Superintendent Debbie Moffitt, with increases seen at every school. Filling open staff positions has been challenging since the pandemic. Sumter County Senior Director of Human Resources, Dana Williams, says vacancy totals have been slowly increasing for many years. However, the last 2 to 3 years have been extreme. They normally hire between 50 and 60 new teachers annually. Now that number is over 100. At the end of January, the district had 12 teacher vacancies as well as openings for 17 paraprofessionals and around 18 openings for bus drivers. Dana says 15 years ago they had 20+ applicants for a teaching position. Now schools are fortunate if they have 1 to 3. Wildwood Elementary School principal Summer Shirley says their student population was 696 students in March of 2021. In the last 2 years, the school has seen its largest gain with 920 kindergarten through 5th grade students expected in the 2023-2024 school year, an increase of more than 100 students. As the Villages expands and creates more job and career opportunities, more families are moving into the area. The Villages Charter School will soon usher students into a new South Campus in the fall with an additional K-8 school and a new high school. The Villages Charter School Director of Education, Randy McDaniel, says so far they have managed to avoid hiring difficulties, and he is very pleased with the applicants they have gotten so far. For even more on this teacher shortage issue, take a look at the front page of Tuesday's Daily Sun. Last year, Sumter County became the very first county in the entire nation to make the switch to the next generation 911 operations system with Lumen. The newer system allows for people to send video, text, and pictures to 911 dispatchers and improves GPS locations. Currently, they only utilize text as the county is keeping its 911 operators' mental health in mind because the images could be traumatic. Sumter County Assistant County Administrator Stephen Kennedy says the point of NextGen is that next level of being able to find callers' locations that much more accurately. He says so far in the year they've been live, they have been very successful with no real issues at all, which has been super positive. The system went from about 2% accuracy to 99 to 100% accuracy on the county's mapping and database registries, which Stephen says changes every day. Other additional information the 911 operators now have or will have soon in Sumter County includes live traffic flow and live weather patterns. Stephen says it's fantastic to be at the front end of new technology and reassuring to be able to give the community the added confidence. Last April, Lake County joined Sumter in upgrading its 911 emergency dispatch operations. After this short break, resident swimmers embrace a new challenge, so stay with us.
When making the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, people asked how I felt about burger places selling fried chicken. I'd say that's none of my business. Just like making fried chicken is none of theirs. Get the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good. The new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich with brioche buns, mayo, pickles, and a quarter-pound filet as far as the eye can see. Get comfy, it's gonna be a while. This thing's huge. Get the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
Nearly 50,000 miles were logged in the inaugural Swim the Villages Challenge. The challenge was organized by the village's aquatic swim team, and group president Dale Charette says the event seemed to take on a life of its own. They were hoping to get 50 people to sign up for this first-time event, and it just exploded as they ended up with more than 100 participants. Between September 1st through the end of 2022, swimmers across the community hopped into pools and got their chance to virtually swim across the community. Overall, participants logged 8.65 million yards, which is nearly 50,000 miles. Each participant could track their progress virtually through a website, and they chose from 5 different routes, each with its own theme. 3 residents surpassed the 183-mile mark in the Double Extreme Challenge. Ken Swigert swam 286.3 miles overall. Dell says it was not only vast swimmers who accepted the challenge, it was non-competitive swimmers, fitness swimmers, and even water walkers too. Dave Sicanolfi helped brainstorm and organize Swim the Villages. He learned from participants that this challenge got them in the water, and people have already told him to keep their name on the list if it happens again. Dave says it went so well that a second edition is already being planned. Take a look at the Only in the Villages feature starting on the front page of Tuesday's Daily Sun to learn even more about this water challenge. Judy and Ken Mole have been on their own journey around the Villages. 6 years ago, Judy told Ken they should walk every street in the Villages. They stuck to their routine, completed their mission, and have no intention of slowing down, even though they are only in the Villages for half of the year. When they started this challenge, Judy says there was nothing south of County Road 466A. They started the journey in their village of St. Charles, and they have multiple maps to keep track of their efforts. Judy says as long as the Villages is developing, they will keep walking, because if they don't, then they can't say they've walked every street in the Villages. Now it's time to learn about high school sports action with Daily Sun sports reporter Drew Shaltry.
Thanks, Jill. The winter sports season is now in full swing as many of our local teams are already moving through to the regional rounds. The Wildwood Middle High School girls basketball team has clinched a home regional game this week after winning the Class 1A District 7 tournament. The Wildcats traveled up to Trenton to face the rival Tigers for a 4th straight district title. While Trenton put up a better fight than when the two teams met in the regular season, sophomore Trinity Harris's 26 points were enough to help get the Wildcats by comfortably as they won 58-36. They'll face Glades Day Thursday night in the Region 4 semifinals. The Villages girls basketball team was not as fortunate in its district title bid. The Buffalo fell 86-50 to host Eustis Friday night, despite a heroic 31 points and 13 rebounds from senior Zoe Tennell. That left the girls outside the Region 2 playoff picture, and their season comes to a close with a record of 14-10. The Villages boys basketball team will commence its district tournament this week after a stellar finish to the regular season. In a 93-60 rout of Mount Dora Saturday night, Sam Walters broke his own program record with 42 points against the Hurricanes. Walters' big night capped off the regular season, which the Buffalo finished 17-8, setting them up as the top seed in this week's Class 4A District 6 tournament. VHS will face the winner of Mount Dora and South Sumter Wednesday night at Central High School in Brooksville. The Wildwood Middle High School boys basketball team will also be the top seed in its district tournament. The Wildcats ended the regular season by avenging a loss to Umatilla on the road and closed out the schedule on a 10-game winning streak to go 18-6. They'll face Chiefland Wednesday night in Bronson. And both the Villages high school soccer teams lifted trophies in their respective tournaments last week. The VHS girls kicked off a Wednesday night doubleheader with a 7-0 win over North Marion. Senior Lily Goller scored 4 goals for the second match in a row to give the Buffalo their 4th district title in as many years. The boys faced a tougher test from Lake Weird than they did in the regular season matchup. The match was scoreless for an hour of play, but senior Jose Asensio Rojo delivered a game winner in the 60th minute, and sophomore Jason Globig added a second to give the Buffalo a 2-0 win and their 3rd straight district championship. Keep an eye on the Daily Sun this week for the result of both teams' home quarterfinals. And the VHS girls weightlifting program continued a dominant postseason run in the Region 3 meet on Saturday. The Buffalo finished 48 points ahead of second place South Sumter in Olympic scoring and 44 points up in traditional scoring to win the regional title. Senior Kaylee Sosnowski totaled 300 pounds in the snatch and clean and jerk to earn another trip to next weekend's state meet in both formats. That's it for this week. For more on the Villages and Wildwood athletics, check out the sports section of the Villages Daily Sun. I'm Drew Shaltry with the latest in local high school sports.
Up next, it's almost time to pull out your fishing poles. We'll explain more.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Why purchase from the Village's golf cars? There are dozens of advantages. We're the only authorized dealer within a 20-mile radius. We only buy factory-certified PTVs with factory headlights, wiring harness, and a full warranty. We carry all 3 major brands and have over 300 golf cars to purchase that you can drive home today. You gain access to accessories that are exclusive to the Village's golf cars, and with 5 locations open 7 days a week, we're here for you 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. Stop in and see us today.
For those of you who enjoy the sport of golf, the annual The Villages Golf Festival is quickly approaching. The first of 3 two-day events is coming up on February 16th and 17th. It's going to be taking place at all of the championship golf shops, along with the 4 practice and driving ranges here in the community. You have the opportunity to schedule fittings with some of the biggest names in the golf industry as you try out some new technology and equipment. To schedule a fitting, you just contact the Sarasota Golf Practice Center at 352-259-2080. The Villages Golf Festival will be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. February 16th and 17th, March 23rd and 24th, and April 13th and 14th. Another event you might want to participate in is the Villages Annual Bass Fishing Tournament. This is open to Villages anglers only. You'll be able to cast your line at the Riverbend, Everglades, and Lake Miona recreation ponds only. The deadline to register is February 24th, and you can find the application in the Villages Recreation and Parks insert at any recreation facility. The entry fee is $25, which does include the tournament as well as an awards dinner. The bass fishing tournament is going to take place on March 3rd. This bass fishing tournament will take place on March 3rd, and it's presented by the Villages Recreation and Parks along with the Villages Freshwater Fishing Club. With your toes in the sand, you can give sand volleyball a try. There are 8 sand volleyball courts scattered across 5 locations in the Villages: First Responders, Clarendon, Chula Vista, Riverbend, and Seabreeze Recreation. This game is offered at various levels from beginners to more advanced. There's also open play sessions too, so you can ease into a game and meet some new friends. Take a look at the Recreation and Parks insert found at any recreation facility for a schedule at each of these sand volleyball locations. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown after a short commercial break, so stay with us.
In life, timing is everything, and having safe money to weather the downsides is important. Why? Once upon a time, there existed 2 siblings, older brother Bill and little sister Jill. Bill did well saving for retirement, and when he reached retirement age in 1996, he'd accumulated $1 million in total retirement assets and experienced 4 years of positive returns before weathering 2 bear markets from 2000 to 2002 and 2008 to 2009. Bill's timing allowed his savings to grow before the negative returns hit. Jill retired in 1999. She also amassed $1 million in total retirement assets, but she only had 1 year of positive returns before the first bear market. Jill's retirement was simply bad timing, resulting in a different sequence of market returns. Contact us for a complimentary consultation to discuss your timing with our prestigious team of financial professionals. Enjoy your life your way.
Mary Schaub sees the Peace, Love, and Ukulele Club as one big family as the music brings them all together.
You know I work all day to get your money to buy the things, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight. Time again, it's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog.
Mary and her husband Gary have been leading the group for 4 years. They play songs from the 60s to the 80s exclusively. During this time of year, they can have up to 120 members. The club meets at 10:30 a.m. Mondays, except for the fourth Monday of each month, over at Laurel Manor Recreation. There are countless exercise classes offered in the villages, including Bone Builders, a gentle workout design for seniors. It works to improve balance, strength, and bone density, all of which naturally decrease with age. One class at Eisenhower Recreation is very popular among residents. Participants use weights while following guided movements. Village of McClure resident Linda Wilson says they use very light weights. She joined the class in January and appreciates the way it's structured. She says the instructors are wonderful as they explain things well and make sure you are doing it right. Linda feels like the exercise is helping her health. Space is limited at each class and fills up quickly. Give Bone Builders a try 9 a.m. Thursday at Eisenhower Recreation. If you want to build your core strength, improve your balance and flexibility while also correcting your posture, then you might want to try ballet. Village of St. Catherine resident Wendy Brandt is a ballet instructor. She says there are different levels in ballet, and when you move up to the next level, the idea is that you and your muscles are prepared for the work. Village of Bonita resident Diane Vargas is also an experienced ballet instructor. She describes ballet as a complete body and mind exercise. You are enhancing your balance, placement, and structure, and she says the goal is absolute correctness in ideal perfection. Everybody has a different body, and we each have different ways to hone ourselves to that ideal. You can learn more about ballet and bar classes offered through the Enrichment Academy by visiting theenrichmentacademy.org. Look at Tuesday's Daily Sun for even more on the health benefits of ballet. It's time now for a brief commercial break and a look at that 5-day forecast. We'll be right back.
Hearing loss doesn't have to be this painful.
We can help. Take our 7-day free trial.
Elite Hearing Centers of America. From hearing problems to hearing solutions.
You know we treat you like family here at Phillips Toyota.
Our family plan is even bigger and better than ever.
Every new Toyota purchased at Phillips Toyota includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, 4-year maintenance, complimentary key replacement for 1 year, and more.
PhillipsToyota.com. Did you order a car to go?
Yes, online from Phillips Toyota.
Order up!
It's that easy with Phillips Toyota's car-to-go online buying service.
Just click and Phillips Toyota will deliver.
PhillipsToyota.com.
The Opera Club of the Villages is ready to host 3 tenors plus 1. This is part of the club's 26th annual fundraiser to fund the Harold S. Schwartz Music Scholarship Foundation. The event will include maestro Bill Doherty, Fernando Varela, previous scholarship winner Devin Eatman, John McVeigh, and Ashley Thunder, who was part of last year's event, will be the +1. Performance times are 3 and 7 p.m. Saturday at the Sharon L. Morse Performing Arts Center. For tickets, just visit a Villages box office location, or you can go online to thevillagesentertainment.com. The Villages is definitely the place to be when it comes to great musical entertainment. These are the bands ready to perform for you on Wednesday. That's all the news we have for you now. Make sure you pick up a copy of Wednesday's Daily Sun to read all about a 100-year-old woodworker. Thanks for watching.
Subaru Foresters?
Crosstreks and Outbacks?
That's all of them, guys.
At Bill Bryan Subaru, we have a great selection of brand new Subarus with more arriving every week. Still can't find the one you want? Don't worry, we've got you covered. At Bill Bryan, you can pre-order a Subaru that's custom to you and your budget.
Find the vehicle that's right for you at Bill Bryan,
where the people make the difference.
Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.